Yes guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to brand new video. Arsenal are back firing, we're back scoring, and we're back to winning ways as well after a couple of games without winning and without looking like we were expecting to win. We have beaten Crystal Palace 5-0, and that was satisfying. That was better. And if Mikel Arteta looks at that and he goes, this is the team I want, this is the way we want to play, I think that is better. I think that is promising. I think that is inspiring, and the team looks much better. We are fresher. We are a little bit harder in terms of getting off the ball. We are also a little bit better in terms of getting into the final third and penetrating. I think that we have seen a couple of changes in the team today. Jorginho played really well, especially when he came on. Declan Rice and Kai Havertz exchanging positions in that pivot, and Kai Havertz at times drifting out wide. Today it was the unpredictable football Mikel Arteta always talks about, the Arsenal would play at some point in time. Hit that button, subscribe to the channel as well. Let me know, what do you think about the man of the match? A couple of players had a very good game. Actually, I think if we are to compare all the performance today, Gabriel Magalhaes, top there, very up, very top performance from him, almost scoring 2 goals. He has scored more goals than any other defender ever since joining Arsenal in world football. So there's no player, there's no defender that has scored more goals than this guy in world football ever since he joined Arsenal in 2021. That is remarkable, really remarkable. But I also thought Gabriel Martinelli coming on to score a brace. I mean, you've got to give it to him. Probably not man of the match performance, in my opinion. He comes on, he scores 2. That is going to be very important for his confidence and his, going forward ability to impact games. But he had a very good game when he came on, really very good. But for the man of the match, let's go with Gabriel Magalhaes. I thought it was good. Let's go with David Raya. I thought it was good. His distribution today has been the first day we have seen Raya's distribution, and it comes from the fact that Mikel Arteta has finally decided that we are going to be brave. We are going to play the way we played last season. The way we're going to play in a very open way. We're going to play in a very brave way, and we have seen our goalkeeper put to use. We have seen the best facets, the best elements of his game, shown in this game, releasing the likes of Kai Havertz, releasing the likes of Saka, Gabriel Jesus, and we almost scored 2 goals out of his brilliance. So David Raya today, absolutely phenomenal. Let's talk about Zinchenko as well. If you're going to talk about man of the match performances, for me, Alexander Zinchenko has got to be there. Now, he's one of those players that gives you, I would say, inconsistent performances, but today, top class, absolutely top class in that midfield, and in that defense as well, in the midfield as well. I think the other one is for me, I would say Leandro Trossard. I thought Trossard also had a very good game, and especially the fact that he was coming into a system that is used to Gabriel Martinelli. So he comes in, he's not playing left 8, he's playing as a wide winger, and he gets 2 good chances. He gets himself in very good positions. He gets 2 good chances, and he buries one. He should have buried both of them, to be honest. We should have had 2 players, or 3 players actually, scoring 3 goals. Gabriel Magalhaes scoring 2, Leandro Trossard scoring 2, and Gabriel Martinelli scoring 2 as well. But of course, the 5 goals, that will actually do. Now, there are a couple of lessons we actually pick from this, but this is lesson number 1. Arsenal have had 6 shots on target in this game, and we have buried 5. 6 shots on target, we have buried 5. That is positive. That is really positive. And I think Mikel Arteta is going to look back to this performance and go, yes, there was something we were not doing right. There were some margins that we're not actually jumping over, and in this game, that is what we have done. That is what we have seen. So Arsenal had 21 shots on goal in total, 6 on target, and 5 of those were in the back of the net. Arsenal scored 2 goals in the first half, and we were very comfortable, and we led that game by a very comfortable margin at half time. So last season, when we were flying, when we were doing all the great stuff, one of the key elements this team had winning games at halftime, winning games as early as 35 minutes, as early as 40 minutes, because that what does, that allows you another extra, 50-40 minutes to increase your goal margin, to rest players, to turn things around, to do a couple of things as manager. And we have seen it today. The moment Arsenal are comfortable, 2-0, actually 3-0, Trossard goes off, Gabriel Martinelli comes on, Smith Rowe gets a chance, Jorginho comes on, we rest Declan Rice. That's what you want to see. So Mikel, again, this is something that we have worked on in Dubai. There is something that we have worked on in training. You can see the way we are transitioning is quicker. The way we are, we are attacking is quicker. We are sharper. We are deadlier. I mean, really deadlier in the final third. And that is something I was asking and I was screaming of this team. Can you try to penetrate the opponents at a lethal pace? Can you try to penetrate the opponent at a faster rate? It was so slow. It was very predictable. Today, I tell you what, Trossard was not playing out wide. He was literally converging. He was coming inside. And you look at both of the goals that he scored, he was standing in the number 9 position. Saka as well played wide. There are times when he played really wide, and then there were times when he played a little bit narrower. So it's unpredictable. No one knows what Arsenal are going to do. And Alexander Zinchenko today, God, oh God, if he gives us these performances every single day, every single week, we have a team here. We have a very good performance. Now, should the 5-0 flatter us? Should we be flattered by, we have beaten Crystal Palace 5-0? In honesty, I'm going to say no. I think our performance was good, but it was unmatched. And this is one of the problems that we have in the Premier League and we have as a team. There are times when we play very well. We've beaten Sheffield United, I think 5. We have beaten Burnley, I think 3 or 4. But in those performances, our football and our game was unmatched. I don't think Crystal Palace at any point in time are going to look back at that performance and they will feel proud or they'll feel happy. I don't think it's a performance that Roy Hodgson will look back at and he goes, if they sack me today because of this performance, they're unfair. I don't think so. So they didn't actually put in what we expect of Crystal Palace, right? Maybe they missed Cheikh Doucouré. That is one of the reasons. But also, I think Eberechi Eze, Lamar, and all these guys, they just didn't cope up with Arsenal. It's either we were too good, which is something that we saw from Arsenal last season, too good for opponents in games, or we were either, right, playing an opponent that was literally not at the level that we want to be. Again, it depends. But it's a very good result. We bounced back, and that means that Arsenal are now back strongly in the top 4 positions. And that also means that we are 3 points, right? Behind Man City if they win their game in hand, right? But what that has done on the table actually is the goal difference. Arsenal 22 points. 22 goal difference. Man City 25 and Liverpool 25. Of course, Man City and Liverpool both have a game in hand. But that was my scare, and that was everybody's scare. If you cannot score enough goals, if you can't bury your chances, if you can't take your chances, you can't compete with these boys. You can't compete with Jurgen Klopp. You can't compete with Manchester City's Pep Guardiola. You can't, because they score lots of goals. Even against Newcastle at the St. James's Park, Man City scored 3. They won 3-2, which doesn't really boost their goal difference. But again, they scored 3 away from home at the St. James. That means that Arsenal have got to find a way, of scoring goals. Arsenal have got to find a way of bridging the gap between Liverpool and Man City and us. And maybe we have just seen that. Maybe we have just found a way of trying to break down teams a little bit better. Because we have seen 5 goals that are kind of different, one from each other, right? We have seen 2 corners into the back of the net, so those 2 are very similar. But then they remind us of the ability Arsenal have to score set-piece goals. That is one of the reasons, that is one of the avenues we should be exploiting every single campaign, every single game. We have the ability to score goals from from dead ball situations. Odegaard is good, Saka is good, Rice is good, Martinelli and Trossard. All these players are good at swinging that ball into the penalty area and letting other teams finish, letting other players finish. That is one of the things I've seen today, and I liked it and I loved it. Now, is it going to continue? Most definitely, because this season Arsenal is one of the teams that are really scoring good goals from dangerous set plays. We are actually doing it very well. Gabriel Magalhaes has now scored a total of 3 goals in the last 3 games he's actually played in, and all those goals are from dead ball situations and their headers. So that is avenue number 1. And it has manifested today, and we've got to take advantage, and we've got to score more goals from set pieces. The second goal, David Raya. We had 2 chances, 2 clear-cut chances falling onto the same player, and that is Leandro Trossard, and both of them should have been in the back of the net. What we have seen, quick transition from David Raya, and maybe Mikel Arteta could look at this period where we've been in Dubai as as a time to maybe rethink his strategy, rethink his tactics, because David Raya today, he's thrown out the ball on 2 occasions and into wide areas, and that ball has ended into the penalty area, and both of them should have been goals. I think Leandro Trossard in the first one, he rushes, should have come down a little bit and buried it, but who cares? He did score the second, right? Which gave us a 3-0 advantage. But that is another avenue. When clubs are still, struggling to pin in Arsenal, when our goalkeeper gets the ball, can we have a very, very highly, placed player on the pitch? And secondly, can we quickly transition? Kai Havertz is very good, at those quick balls. Odegaard is very good. Saka is lightning quick. Martinelli is lightning quick, and Trossard as well is lightning quick. So you've got that avenue. You've got another way of scoring goals apart from building and building and building and building. We know clubs, especially when we are away from home, they will come on to us. They'll try to say hello. They'll try to say, hey, what's up? But can we exploit those deficiencies when clubs come to say what's up? When clubs come to create a difference in games? I think that is another avenue we have seen. Something I've seen with the Gabriel Martinelli goals, and this is something that we've not seen really this campaign, is the breaking passes. One from Edin Ketia, the other from Emil Smith-Rowe. And I thought it was very thoughtful, but how many times have we seen Arsenal fail to break the final line of defense with that intelligent pass, right? Edin Ketia has played it before for Kai Havertz versus Brighton, and we buried that. So that's another avenue. It should not be Odegaard trying to break the opponent's defense. It should be Smith-Rowe. It should be Trossard. It should be anyone, right? If we're going to score goals from different avenues, then we have to create goals from different avenues as well. But at the time of recording, Gabriel Martinelli has now scored 4 goals in the Premier League this season, but 2 of them have come today. So what if we can have another game where Martinelli scores and scores and scores and scores again, when you allow him those chances where he's 1v1 the goalkeeper, because we know he's actually very, very good. So the break, for me, it has actually worked out for us. I can't complain. I really, really can't complain. The team is hungrier, better, faster, quicker, agile, and the football was not boring at all. It wasn't really, really boring at all. But if we talk about 3 of the best performances in this game, we'll talk about David Raya. He kept a clean sheet, but for me, that is not the reason as why he's mentioned in this video. He's mentioned in this video because of his brilliance and the way he's now allowing this team to play, right? It's either we didn't utilize his powers, his superpowers of, unleashing that quick pass, that quick transition for the likes of Saka, for the likes of Kai Havertz, but he was damn good today. He gives us those performances, you win the Champions League. I'm telling you. Gabriel Magalhaes, solid. purely solid today. He fought for every ball. He fought for every first and second second duel. He was winning his duels as well, and he did come onto the score sheet twice, although one was an own goal, but I'll give it to him on this channel. I really do not care. So Gabriel Magalhaes, fantastic. And obviously Alexander Zichenko, he's so important to Arsenal. He's very vital to us. I mean, a couple of people will say, listen, he's defensively suspect, and he is defensively suspect, but he's a quality player. In possession, he's calm. He's dedicated, committed to creating and making things happen. That is one of the things I like about him. So that's my reaction. Let me know who was your man of the match and what do you think is the future for Arsenal now. Can we challenge again if we play like this?